Oh, the start to this season's not going well. How long do we have to wait before we fully initiate panic mode? Hello and welcome to part 54 of Non-League to Legend. I'm Kev, and coming up on today's episode we have two games in the Championship, one at home to Sheffield United, not Sheffield Wednesday, and the other one away to West Brom. I noticed my chair is a little bit higher than usual. Bear with me a moment. There you go. A professional channel. Might have done that off air. Microphone is on as well. There you go. We're all set up, ready to go. See? You get all it's behind the scenes stuff right there in the episode for you. It's been a disastrous start to the season. We've managed to scrape together 1 point in a draw at home to Brighton. With our only goals of the season coming in that game as well. 2 goals from Leandrinho. Other than that, we've had 3 games, one of which was against Grimsby in the Capital One Cup, but we did put the reserves out, so that's my excuse for that one. But we've conceded 7 goals and not yet scored, apart from in that Brighton game. So, as it stands at the moment, I know we're only 3 games in, so we're not going to worry too much about this yet, but we are only kept off the bottom by the fact that Posh are even worse than we are, and we know about that because we had to fix things to let them come up with us anyway. See, it's becoming more and more tactical, that last game of last season now, because we've at least guaranteed there's one team in the division worse than we are. Ipswich had a decent start. They're already getting themselves ready for a promotion push, so it's not going to be fun when we have to play them. So, the team that we're playing for today, we haven't fiddled with the tactic yet. I am thinking through options that don't involve playing the advanced playmaker, mainly because we don't have anyone who can play there. John Jones, Wayne Pennock, neither of them are really championship players. Pennock's certainly not as an attacking midfielder. Possibly as a backup striker he'd be an option. But I'm thinking I might just drop back there, and then we could bring Connor Key into the midfield. Lee Martin's picked up an injury, which is a bit of a problem because I'd quite like to have him involved just for his leadership and experience, but can't be helped. He's out for a couple of months now with some kind of injury. Let's have a look to see what he did to himself. There you go, fractured ribs, 7 to 8 weeks. Enrique Alonso still not fit. He's hopefully going to be ready for the second game of this episode. But this is the team that we're playing today at home against Sheffield United, and it's already a must-win game for us. So, in goal we have Jordan Barrett, then Joey LeBlanc, Madehali and Tierney as our back three, with White and Jennings as wing-backs. And we've got Parnaby and Durant in midfield, with John Jones in behind Parnell and Leandrinho. I might just rename him to Lacio because that's what I want to say every time I see his name. It's a Brazilian striker who begins with L. How can that not be Lacio? Right, let's do an inspirational team talk. There we go. Oh, goodness me. We've got a scroll to get ourselves on the league table. Has that ever happened at Bolton? We probably had a few times where that happened back in the Boston days. That might even be before we used to have the league table on the UI, though. So there is a chance that this is the first time you've ever seen us have to scroll to be able to be seen on the league table, which is not a stat that we're interested in maintaining long term. Encouragingly, we've already had 4 shots in this game, half an hour in, more than Sheffield United. This is promising. We haven't really done that in the previous games. That is a good cross from Jennings. Was Parnell offside? He looked offside, but it's been given. We don't care if he was offside because we're 1-0 up, and Mark Parnell is off the mark for the season. It's his 5th game of the season. He's finally got himself a championship goal. And it was one of those lovely trademark deep crosses from Glenn Jennings. We know he's capable of doing this. He can't beat a man and get a cross in from slightly further up the pitch the way Alonso can. But if you want anyone crossing from there, look, first time cross from way deep. And it just lands on Mark Parnell's foot, who must have been a mile offside. Either that, or he's timed that run to absolute perfection. Either way, you can see us again at the bottom of the screen. Hurrah! We're not a scrolly team anymore. Right, White intercepts forward to Parnell. Parnell knocks it down really nicely to John Jones, but Jones wastes it. Get used to hearing that. I might get that put on a t-shirt. Jones wastes it, because that's going to be the theme of our season. We've released a whole load of sort of fringe players. Andre Glover has now left the club. You'll be disappointed to know. I didn't realise that when a player is out of contract and just decides to stay at the club, they carry on picking up their wages. Tom White's getting sent off. That's a problem. But Andre Glover's contract expired about 3 seasons ago, and he's been picking up £1 a week since then. So top financial management from good old Kev. Right. Helio is can play wing back. I guess the obvious thing is we bring him on for John Jones. and we just do this. That might leave the front two a little bit exposed. Not exposed, isolated, that's the word I'm looking for. But Jones has been such a bit part player over these first 4 games, we're probably not even going to miss him. LeBlanc with an excellent interception, and Leandrinho picks up. What can he make of it here? There's obviously no one running from midfield to support. Perhaps we need to switch John Durant to be a box-to-box midfielder maybe for the second half, just so he carries on the support instruction but just gets forward a little bit more where we need a little bit of support for those front two. But then, on the flip side of that, I guess we're winning and we don't want to do anything silly. Rob Tierney is struggling for fitness. I mean, this is what happens when you sign a 35-year-old player. I mean, he was 98% match sharp at the start of the game. He's already played 3 games this season, and he's down to about 60% fitness at this point. He's not going to make it through the whole season, is he? Can Durant play box-to-box midfielder? That's not what you click to do, that, is it? You click that, not very well. He can be an advanced playmaker, though. No, we're not going to fiddle. If we concede a goal, we'll perhaps stick him to a central midfielder on attack, maybe, just to try and get him a little bit further forward. But that's probably asking for trouble. To be honest, as it stands at the moment, with us being down to 10 men, a draw would be a good result coming out of this game. It would be lovely if we can hold on for the win. But if we end up conceding and then drawing the game, then so be it. Tierney's out of position, booked and lunging in, and Rob Tierney's going to be my new scapegoat now John Jones isn't on the pitch, and they're in with the equaliser. Again, suspicions of offside. The linesman in this game, questions need to be asked, I think. Let's have a look at this one. I mean, this guy, he was offside, but now he's back on. And no, we've got whoever that is. Who's that? Helio playing him all onside. Brilliant. He's supposed to be a wing-back. You'd never catch Tom White playing that deep, ever. He knows that's not what a wing-back in a Bolton team is supposed to do. Helio playing more as a full-back. What does he think this is? Right. What do we do from here, then? Are we good enough? No. Wherever that sentence is going, the answer is no. Are we good enough to just carry on as we are and accept the fact that we're outnumbered in midfield and we have isolated forwards? We probably need to sacrifice a forward. Although Leandrinho has just hit the post from a Mark Parnell cross. Niblets to your isolation. They're combining. Right. Right. Rob Tierney needs to come off. So Patrick Buckle can come on for him. And I'm thinking Wayne Pennock is probably the sensible player to bring on. Probably for Leandrinho. And maybe do this. Oh, hold on. I'm trying to make him a shadow striker. And then Parnell, I guess, can stay as a target man. So Parnell's still there for the ball to be lumped up at him. But Pennock's just going to be more of a link-up man between our midfield and our front man. Don't know if it'll work, but, thinking of tactics. It's not what you expect from this channel. But, sometimes we think about tactics. They've got some very tired players in this Sheffield United team. If only we could exploit that. In fact, Parnell's picked up a knock. So I was thinking maybe stick him to advance forward or something to stretch him a little bit for the last 5 minutes, but he's shattered. He's not going to be doing that at all. And all our substitution has done is just close the game off. And now they're going to go and nab a winner, and morale will fall even further. And I'm not even talking about the teams. My morale will fall further. For goodness sake, it's like there's a script. And unfortunately, I've seen the last page of it, and it ends in us being relegated. There is much work to do at Bolton Wanderers Football Club. That time, we seemed to be arguing about potential offside. That one seemed like the least offside of all of them. Dennis Parnaby's picked himself up a yellow card. Was it offside? Should I be moaning about this one? No. I mean, not even close. Are they saying it's a foul? He was a mile onside. There was no doubt about that one at all. That was a goal. I don't know why we've gone and stupidly picked up a yellow card for it, and that is another league defeat. Oh, I'm glad you're relaxed, Joey. Goodness me. Right, let's regroup and go and play the next game. Right, panic mode is in full swing, and we've brought 2 loan players in between those 2 games. The first one, Joe O'Connell, 20-year-old midfield player, comes in on loan for the rest of the season from Sheffield Wednesday, can play anywhere across midfield, including out wide. Now, he's initially coming in to play in the hole behind the front 2, but is also natural playing on the right wing. could a 4-2-3-1 be in the offing? Well, of course it couldn't, Kev. We don't have a left winger. So we brought in a left winger as well, Juan Jesus Davia, from, don't even know where he came from. Where did he come from? Somewhere in Spain. Real Valladolid. He's just an out-and-out left winger. If we decide to play with wingers, we've now got a quick one who can play on the left and offer some competition to Tom White. He won't play a game all season for us, probably, because we're not going to change the system. You know what I'm like. But, you know, he's there as an option now. And for the first time in a long time, we actually have options now. I'm hoping that O'Connell will have the same kind of impact that some of our previous panic signings in previous seasons have had, the likes of Russell Bye, John Jones, Wayne Pennock. They all came in as panic buys, Joe Shaw. So, you know, hopefully he'll come in and have the same kind of impact. He comes straight into the team today at the expense of the aforementioned Jones. Mark Parnell picked up a knock in the last game. He's fit enough to be on the bench, but limited to only 30 minutes of action. So he's meeting Robert Webber for the first time. He's a 28-year-old Welsh striker who's previously played quite a lot of games for Cambridge and for Millwall. Not really ever done it at this level. His one season in the Championship, he never really got in the team, but did score goals when he did play. So we'll see if he's any good alongside Leandrinho. Alonso is now fit, so comes in for Jennings. Other than that, we are unchanged. Was Parnaby in the team? He was, wasn't he? Because he almost got sent off at the end. Oh, and Tom White's picked up a knock as well. No, Tom White's suspended, sorry, because he was sent off in the last game. So Helio plays at left wing back. Let's get into the game. We need to hurl out some squad numbers to the two new boys. And then go and get an absolute pasting away against a team much better than we are. Oh, get used to that sentence. It's negative, Kev, until we win a game on camera. Or win a game at all. It's not like we're winning them off camera and we're just not performing when you're there. We haven't won a game yet this season, even the easy one against Grimsby, which I stupidly played the reserves in, thinking, I want to keep the players fit. Forgetting, probably should have got a confidence building win. Remember, we still haven't won a game since we got battered by Bosch. Because, I mean, how much is still a hangover from that? Probably not very much. I just don't think we're very good. And we've spent lots of money. We haven't actually. We've just used up all our wage bill. And wasted a lot of it on defenders because I'm a moron. By the way, I don't know how we managed to bring in 2 more loans when we already had 4. I think it's a bug that lets the loans that were set up the season before not count towards our number, so we could probably go out and get another couple if we wanted to. Although I'd quite like to avoid a situation where 8 of our 11 players are on loan. But, if they're as good as the ones we've had so far, won't be the biggest disaster in the world. And they're the only option we've got because we don't have any money left to bring in anybody permanently. We're not losing yet, that's a positive. We're actually controlling possession as well, which is a real unusual situation for us. At any point in the last 6 years of being at Bolton, we don't really control possession very often. And Alonso's already got in and started getting his usual collection of yellow cards. One day I'll do something about how many yellow cards the wing-backs seem to pick up. It'd probably just be a case of taking them off hard tackling. In fact, should we have a look at the tactic? Have I done something stupid with them? Where's player instructions? It's so long since I've fiddled with player instructions. I don't ever do it from this screen. Is it in tactics? Yeah, it's in there, isn't it? So, I mean, they don't have it on. Where's don't kick people? Where's that on here? Ease off tackles. But I don't want them easing off tackles. I just don't want them getting booked all the time. No, we're not. Did I do a team talk? Let me know in the comments, did I do a team talk? Otherwise, that might have been silly. Rob Tierney just made a tackle, and he's not tired. Perhaps we will get some game time out of him this year. Why did I sign a 35-year-old centre-back when I'd already signed 4? I'm never going to understand that. You don't understand it either. We're still a scrolly team, by the way. We're probably rock bottom now. There we are, look. Oh, even Posh are above us. They were supposed to be the one team not as good as we are. But of course they know they can beat us 9-1 or whatever it was. 9-0, 9-1, 8-1. Can't even remember what the score was. Right, John Durant's not having the best of games. Do we bring on Connor Key or do we try a 4-2-3-1 for the last 20 minutes? I mean, that's going to involve a lot of moving people around. Hold on, let's see if we can actually get anywhere near it. So these two are going to have to come back. Tierney, I guess, is the obvious one to come off from our defence. And then I guess Webber comes off. I can't even remember how we had it set up at City. Right, we'll make you box to box. We're going to make you... You were attacking, weren't you? This is me making a system on the fly. Right, have we got anyone to play there if we don't make this change? Actually, we haven't. So no, undo all of that. Because we can't. We haven't got enough players. So De Villa is on the bench and there's no way of him coming on. Unless we do something crazy. Which I'm not really in the mood for. I'm miserable. Right, Connor Key can come on. Webber was good, wasn't he? Should we bring Mark Parnell on for the last 20 minutes? There you go. Robert Webber, never to be seen again. Durant's just scored a goal! A direct free kick. There is pandemonium. There's pandemonium in my garage. Never mind pandemonium in the stands. Can't even say pandemonium. I'm so pandemonium-y. Words. I remember when I used to be able to do words. Look at this. There's no run up here. He's just... There you go. I'll just side foot that into the top corner. Thank you very much. 1-0 to Bolton. Can we hold on? I'm glad I didn't do anything silly with the system. It would have been devastating. Oh, yeah, now the silly substitution has to come on. And we've got to try and... Oh, Hungry... How long have Hungry House been sponsoring Football Manager? That just makes me want a takeaway. Do they deliver sugar-free beverages, do we think? hungryhouse.co.uk. That's what today's episode is brought to you by. Because they provide me with Coke Zero. Right. Oh, look, we're passing the ball around. This is good. Look, we're playing football. Parnell. Oh. O'Connell just didn't expect the ball to be coming through. He's played the first 70 minutes in a Bolton shirt with a load of morons. He didn't realise Parnell was capable of a through ball. Oh, there's a ball over the top, and we're just not quick enough. Luckily, they've shot wide. Where are West Brom in the league, actually? And not got time to look. Parnell heads clear. Parnell's turning into a proper striker. What a save from Barrett. I've been sort of half looking at goalkeepers as loan options, but Jordan Barrett justifying his place in the side there. Right, get it out to Parnell. Come on. I'm hoping Mark Parnell makes a transition into being a complete forward this year. He's spent all last year as a poacher and scored a whole load of goals, and now he's actually showing he's quite good in the air as well. He's played a good through ball. Whatever stuff does a complete forward need to be able to do? Can he do it? I do love a complete forward. But apparently he can't do it. So hold on. I don't know which bits of that he can't do. I might just do it. Not today, though, because we're winning. Right. Joey LeBlanc not having the best of games, but Rob Tierney's the obvious substitution, as usual, just because he's old and shouldn't ever be playing a full match if it can be helped. So Buckle comes on again for another chance to try and establish himself in the side. And we just need to hold on for 5 more minutes, and we could pick up our first win of the season, which would be utterly marvellous. 1 minute. 30 seconds. No, not a West Brom corner. We've got 15 seconds to hang on, but they have the ball, and they're just going to stick it into the goal, aren't they? Oh, good. I think that was Joey LeBlanc with the clearance, and we're now attacking. Parnell loses it, though, but who cares? We've won a football match, everybody. Oh, see? We were never worried. Look at that. Has that got us out? It's not even got us out of the relegation zone, has it? But who cares? Because we finally picked up a win. Where does that put us in the league? That's not what I was trying to see. I was trying to click on that. We are 22nd, but level on points with all these teams. Look, see? Easy. Promotion, here we come. If you've enjoyed that episode, make sure you pop a like on there for me. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. And thank you very much for watching.